Today I will be building the 3D printed version of my original Mashina desk lamp. Here I have the 3D printed parts ready for assembly, the hardware also, the BambuLab LED kit. Before we start, let me say that this video should serve as a tutorial for those of you who have purchased my Mashina files for printing. And if you are just watching it for fun, the files are available on my website. Before we start, maybe I should say something about the original one. This one I have been making since 2018. Now it's made of powder coated aluminum and oak, but before I had my CNC, before I had the skills to make it, I used to make it from plywood, the base and the head also. And it has gone through, I don't know how many, but a lot of iterations before I come up with this final version. What I like about it is that it's pretty big for a desk lamp. It can change the light direction in many different angles. You can rotate the head left and right and left and right. You can use it for reading. You can use it for ambient night light. And for me, it's a kind of a sculpture. I really enjoy watching it. I really enjoy moving it around. And by the way, let me show you something. And before I had my 3D printer, I would prototype using cardboard. And this was what I did before I actually started making the first one. And now, maybe it's time to start actually assembling the lamp. I printed it in gray PLA because in black you don't see all the forms, you don't see really the shape. It just doesn't read so well. Okay, let's go. Here are all the parts that I need to assemble the lamp. The 3D printed parts, other than that, I am using the BambuLab LED kit. There are alternative versions online that I have found, but I am using this one. I also have some M4 bolts, wing nuts, and some small screws. I will put the sizes somewhere here. I also have 3D printed nuts, and we will see how it goes. These should serve as wrenches for the keys to tighten them. This is a big lock nut, but you will see in a moment what goes where. I am actually not going to use this cutting mat because I was hoping it would look good on camera, but I don't think it's so well. So I'm just going to remove this. And first thing I will do is I have the BambuLab LED kit. This is not included. It is this LED module. You have 2 screws that come with it. The module is made of 2 parts. You can unscrew this one, and this is the actual module. Those 2 screws should go in here like this, and through this plate, which serves as a standoff. You have some room for breathing and cooling, and they will go in the back plate of the head. These 2 will go in these 2 holes here. I'm just trying to roughly align them, and the cable should be locked in this groove here. Now I already started assembling it, but the good thing to do is make sure that the cable actually sits well in the cable grooves, but I will do now that right now. Okay, now this is the assembly that you need to do on the LED module. Then you put the white plastic back and screw on the cover. That's it. We're good to go. Now about the cable. It should be locked in this groove here. I will see if it locks in well. Well, it kind of does, but on this project there are some parts that have fit that on this project there are some parts that fit in really tightly, and maybe depending on your printer you will have to just make it work, you know. When I printed this on my BambuLab with the same clearance of 0.2 millimeters on all openings and holes, everything snapped on just perfectly. And now it needs just a touch. Okay, and there we have it. I used my X-Acto knife to just trim some of the groove and make it work. Now with this done, this plate here, it snaps on the shade. There are the grooves here and the grooves here, and this is where it should snap. The cable goes on this side. When you have the lamp standing like that, the cable should be coming out from the bottom side, and there you have it. Easy. Next thing I will do is I will attach this small arm here, but before I do that, let me see. Okay, that's what I was expecting. Even though I have the M4 bolts, my holes are 4.2 millimeters, but you can see the bolt still has some trouble getting in, but anyway, it will go in. Okay, so to attach this small arm here, I will use M4 by 20. M4 bolt, that's 20 millimeters long. I didn't have a hex bolt, so I'm using this one instead. Okay, I should make sure the holes are aligned, make sure the cable doesn't go in the way, and now make sure it goes all the way in. Maybe I had to use my drill bit and pre-drill the holes before I did that, but anyway, there we have it. And now to really lock this in place, I am inserting a lock nut, and as you can see, now you have a rotating joint on the head. Okay, now we will assemble the lamp from the head to the base. It's just how I do it. You can do it otherwise also. Okay, I'm seeing if the cable goes tightly in the groove, which it does, as you can see. That's how it should be. If it's too tight, then maybe you should use the X-Acto knife again, but this one is just fine. Now, on this arm with the groove, only one arm has it. You can see that I left this piece here. Hope you can see it on the camera. And this is because I didn't want to have this peel off from the build plate when printing, because this is the initial layer, and if you have such small piece and such a long piece, there is a chance that right here it peels off. So what I'm gonna do is I will use my X-Acto knife and remove it. Okay, because the cable will need to go there also. And that's it. That's what you should be after. Okay. Now let's insert the bolts, see if they fit. Okay, they do, but I will pre-drill the hose with an M4 drill bit. It will make the assembly much easier. Okay, with this done, I will now attach the arms to the head. This is the arm that has the groove for the cable. It goes first. I will insert the bolt. As you can see, the bolt head goes into this pocket here. Okay, I will use these washers that I made that I hope will have enough grip. Okay, insert the bolt. Okay, I insert the washer, and then I insert the head. Now, at this step, it is important that you leave enough length on the cable so that you can rotate the head as much as you want. This is why I will make sure that if I rotate it like this, I have enough cable to do so, and then I will just push it inside the groove. Okay, I'm really happy with this groove. It printed very well on both my BambuLab and my Creality 5 Max, Creality Ender 5 Max. It's a huge printer, but I'm very happy with it. Okay, this is what had to be done. Now, next thing to do is actually I will continue with the base. Right after I printed this one, I saw that these bottom arms are too tight to fit in the base. While on the BambuLab, they fit just perfectly. I have this one here, and let me show you. Okay, it's just right, but when making stuff, sometimes, as I said earlier, you have to make things work anyway. So what I'm going to do, that I already did on this arm, is I would use my X-Acto knife, trim off some of the edges, and try it again. So, and see if it goes in. And this time, I think it will go in all the way. Okay, it went in all the way this side. Now let's see if I can push it on this side as well. Okay. Whew. And if this is not a durability test, then I don't know what is. Okay, great. We have the base. Now what we'll do is I will mount the bottom of the base, the bottom cover on the base. There is a, this is the right way it should go. You have this angle here and this angle here. Okay, this is how it should be. You have this angle here and this angle here. And I'm going to use some, these are 3mm by 18mm long screws. Okay, these are 3mm by 18mm or 16, I'm not sure. The point is you need 3mm long screws. Even if they are a bit longer, in fact, you don't want them to be much longer. Okay, these are, how much? These are long, okay, 15mm or something like that long. Okay, as you see, I have the holes are not really done well, but I will use the screws themselves to open them up. It is important that the screws are not any thicker, because there is a chance when you screw them in that they don't go past this surface here. Okay, and these are basically on the edge. They are almost, they will almost stick out. Okay, I will now go ahead and screw them in. Okay, as you can see, it did come out here. So I'm going to remove this one. And I will try to heal it with a lighter. I will now try healing it with the lighter. Okay. Almost invisible. Now let's see what other screws I have. Now I'm going to use these ones instead. These are very short. Okay, 10 millimeters. 10 millimeters long. I can't show you on camera, but it's 10 millimeters long. And let's see how much it sticks out. Just perfect. What I will do also, I'll do some I'll clear some material here from the hose. Okay, I will actually do this in the design itself. Okay. Now I'm going to screw this cover. Okay, now this is the base. And let's go on now and mount the base arms. I will again test if this groove on this back arm fits the cable well, which it does not. And I am sure this is because this was printed. This is the bottom part. This is where the initial layer was. And I had the elephant foot making this opening narrower than it should be. So again, I will use my X-Acto knife. Okay, now what we should do here is leave the groove on the back and use two M4 by 20 screws that will go in here and in here and into the large nut, which is this one. Okay, of course I will use the washers that I printed again. Okay, I will insert one here. Well, the washers need more clearance also, but I will do the clearance with my drill bit. Now let's continue from where I left off. Both. I am using the washers because I don't want the plastic to be in contact with one arm with the other arm directly. That's why I'm using washers. Because the plastic will wear out, and it won't be pretty in time. Okay, now getting this one here could be a bit tricky. And now that I am filming it, of course, it will be even more trickier. Okay, I have it. Now I have the bolts in, as you can see, and it's time to place this long nut between them and screw them tight. I'm just testing. This is the screw. The thread is actually printed, and it should hold quite well. I also did, yes, this is a 3D printed small key for the bolts that I will try using now. It comes with the model. Okay, I am putting this in place, making sure it is aligned, and I am tightening the bolts, not too much, but just enough so that there is no wiggle and you can feel that there is something, there is some pressure to it. Okay, this is just fine, very nice. Okay, with this done, next I am going to mount this arm here. It requires the M4 by, this is M4 40mm long hex bolt that will hold this arm. Again, I need washers. You know, it would be easier if I just mounted all the arms together, if I assembled them together, and then I snapped on the arms to the base. But I already did that and it wasn't really easy, so I will proceed this way. And see if these nuts here hold well. I have this other printed key for them especially, and it works just fine actually. It works pretty well. Okay, this is ready. This is done. And what we have left to do now, well, it's not just one thing, but we need to attach the arms now to the base. We will use M4 two M4 bolts. This is M4 by 35mm long. We'll put them both in here. We will I will insert the washers, one here, one here. Okay, and then they will go into the arms like that. Okay, so this is what we have so far, and I see that I am missing a washer for some reason, because we need to insert one here and one here and another one here, but I don't really have it. Okay, this is a good opportunity to test something. I will use this washer instead. I use it on the wooden lamp. It will eat up the plastic for sure, but I am not concerned with this because this is a prototype for me now. And I will attach this arm here. Okay. I see a problem now. This pocket here, it should not be there. This hex pocket, it should be just the hole. I have left it by mistake in my design when I exported all the parts. So this will be fixed. It should not be here. This should be flat with just a hole, no hex pocket. No hex pocket here. Okay, now I will use a wing nut to hold this in place like that, and I will use one of these nuts. Now this is pretty much all that needs to be done. Of course, I need to insert the cable in the groove here. Okay, very nice. I will also, I want to have the cable in this groove here and in this groove here. Okay, and I am also going to use some weight on the base. This is perfect weight for me. Putting these size D large batteries, and what I am left with is just installing this final cover here. These are the small screws that I am using. These are 2.2 millimeter wide by 9 millimeter long. There we have it. Nice. Now we have the finished 3D printed version of the Mashina lamp, the one that you can 3D print and build yourself. I really like how it turns out. To compare it with the original, it is almost the same size. Actually, the constraining size came from the print bed of 256 by 256 print bed. Other than that, it's maybe 8 or 10 centimeters shorter. Otherwise, it has the same function. It has the maybe not exactly the same feel, because wood and metal is, you can't beat that with plastic, but it is still a very beautiful lamp, pretty useful one. I believe I will start using it right away. Hope it turns out really practical, and thanks for watching. If you want to build one yourself, the file is available on my website, and if you have already built one, I hope you enjoyed the process. Thanks for watching, and see you again.